everyone, and welcome to an update on the channel, my life, and everything in between. So I haven't really done one of these for a very long time, and I'm just looking in the camera and realising how pale I look. The lighting in my room is quite terrible. I do need to kind of work on that, especially where I'm streaming a bit more than I used to. Hopefully you'll watch this video all the way through, because it will contain some, I guess, important updates, and also go into certain things which are fairly important moving forward with the channel and my life in general, pretty much. So hopefully I will not ramble on too much and keep it concise and to the point. If not, through the magic of editing, it'll be cut down a little bit. So firstly, thank you all for your support. I have recently reached 60,000 subscribers, and we're rapidly approaching 61,000 subscribers on the channel, which is, for me, a huge amount of people. Obviously, not everyone's active anymore. Some of those subscribers go back to like 2013. So if any of you are still around from then, well, thank you very much for the support over the years. And hopefully in this update, I'll kind of explain what content I'm going to be doing in the future and all of that lovely stuff. So, I guess some of you are wondering, am I still going to be doing Let's Plays or massive battles and all that kind of stuff? So, the past few months, I've kind of really gone away from Let's Plays and more focused on the big battles, also known as massive, clickbaity title battles. And in terms of growth, that has kind of made my channel grow really rapidly. However, I don't think those are the kind of videos that really help build and foster a community. To try and do that, that's why I've started to stream a lot more, although I still don't have a schedule that I've committed to, so I still need to work out that, but I find that is a great way to kind of interact with everyone and get to know everyone a little bit better. So why do I still do these massive battles? Well, for one, they are a view driver, a growth driver, and they are also as you can probably tell, a revenue driver. So to go into my personal life a little bit, I'll do that in a minute, but I'll also want to explain that I'm not just going to be doing massive battles. I still will do the occasional one, maybe like once a week, just to kind of keep the channel ticking over. But the other kind of content I want to do are kind of a lot more multiplayer battles and mini-series such as the Kaiserreich campaign, like we did with Canada, and other various bits and bobs. So a lot of them honestly are kind of like, you know, Brutal Dwarf Defense, that was a multiplayer battle. Oh, just hit my mic. Minas Tirith, that wasn't. So more recently, it has been kind of the massive battles. This one, that was on a new game that's coming out soon. I will have another battle on Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator coming very soon, and I keep hitting the mic because I'm like using my hands to kind of talk. So they will continue, but it's not going to be my main focus. So while it still will be a part of the channel, massive battles aren't exactly going to be the be all and end all of this being the YouTube channel. So I'm also still using the title like massive 20,000 man survival battle because, for those of you who don't know, I work full-time in social media and marketing. That is my day job. So I kind of know SEO and various bits and bobs to a fine tooth comb, at least. Hopefully I do, otherwise I wouldn't be that great at my job. So I kind of know how to optimize my channel in the way that YouTube's algorithms favor it. So YouTube definitely heavily favors my channel when I do a massive battle. As you can see, you know, 212 views on that one. I think on another recent video, oh yeah, world's best Total War player, can't forget about those. Another one that I did a month ago has now become my second most viewed video ever in a month. So I harness those tools in order to help grow the channel, help drive viewership, etc. But going back to my previous point, most of those views won't come from existing subscribers. They'll come from videos, or sorry, they'll come from like suggested feeds and browsing feeds, but it does help to also hit your, well, helps to hit your home screen pretty much, and that's where a lot of the views kind of come in from. So you can see where my cursor's going over there, and you also see my subscriptions. Most of them are, I think, rather good YouTubers, and The Rock, of course. So that is the reason why I market them as they do. So when I don't do like a massive battle, you can kind of see the viewership will be kind of a lot less. However, that kind of video, the Great Britain's Last Stand, will hit, the most of that viewership will be from subscribers. So why am I still doing massive battles? I, if you don't know, moved to Canada back in October 2015. I've lived in Vancouver since then. I am originally from England, in case you didn't realise, and I'm now in a position where it's kind of tricky for me to stay in the country. So far I've spent several $1,000s on various lawyers and applications in order to try and become a permanent resident of Canada. So it's an expensive process, and I didn't actually go all the way through. I also had to spend hundreds of dollars to do an English speaking writing test, which I passed, thankfully. So that's very expensive, and it's come to the point where I've now realised that I can't become a Canadian permanent resident at the moment. So the only way for me to stay in Canada is to study. So my post-secondary is rather limited. I only have about a year of post-secondary education, but the organisation that I got it kind of verified as like a Canadian equivalent is like 1 year part-time, whereas in England I studied 1 year full-time for it. So I lose a lot of points. So I'd be applying under the express entry system, which is all based on points, based on factors like your age, your work experience, your education, and various other bits and bobs. So I lose a lot of points because my education was verified as less than 1 year of post-secondary in Canada. So that's why I'm going to need to go back into school to get those extra points. I'm planning on doing a 2-year diploma in business and marketing, because although I work professionally in marketing, I don't have any formal qualifications in it. It's just mainly YouTube that initially got me the job. The YouTube channel got me the job at a company, and I've developed kind of skills through that. So that, all told, is going to cost me all of my life savings, and pretty much, so the cost of tuition to study in Canada is about 4 times more expensive than a Canadian. And to put it into context, in British Columbia, an international student for a 2-year course will probably pay around $40,000 in tuition fees. I can't afford that, so I'm going to be moving to Halifax, where it's about $24,000 in Nova Scotia for an international student. So it's almost half the price, but I'm still saving money at the moment to try and pay for the tuition fees and living expenses, etc. Luckily, I'm a saver, so I'm in a position where I should be able to go to Halifax and study for 2 years and get that qualification to enable me to stay in Canada permanently, because I am a lot happier here than I was in England, and I'd like to stay here if I can. So I'm doing everything possible in order for me to try and stay. So partly the reason why I'm still doing the massive battles is the hope that one will go viral, and that I will be able to save the revenue that drives and put it into education. So I'm not doing them to try and just make a crap ton of money and to kind of just be like, yeah, clickbait, let's make a ton of money. It's a means to an end. So while I work full time, the YouTube income enables me to save a lot more money in a shorter amount of time at the moment than I would be able to if I worked full time and got like another part-time job and did YouTube as well. It would just be too much. So hopefully you can understand my reasoning for doing the massive battles. Also, I still find them fun. They are light-hearted content. I am not someone that can invest like 100 hours into a video making a quality like documentary or a quality narrative let's play. There are YouTubers out there that do those, and they do a fantastic job, and I can hope to compete. So the content that I produce in future, which isn't going to be massive battles, they're just going to be light-hearted, fun videos, which I kind of think that that's my niche in a way. I don't take things too seriously. I'm not the best at gaming. However, I at least think I can be entertaining. At least that's the hope. Hopefully, that kind of explains a little bit of my situation currently. My uploads the past few months have been very erratic. 2017 so far has been quite a shit year for me, to be quite blunt. Probably not going to go into too much detail about it, but I for the past, I guess, 5 or 6 weeks, I've been taking counselling to help with a lot of stress, anxiety, and to a certain extent, well, not to an certain extent, to help with depression as well. So compared to how I was back in January, I am a lot better. So if you're struggling with anything, I would definitely encourage you to reach out to people, talk to people, and seek help if you need it. I found that I needed to talk to someone. Most of my support network is still in England, and I just wanted to talk to someone face to face and talk things through, and counselling has helped a lot. It's expensive, and because technically I'm a contractor where I work, it's all I can have to pay for all of that myself. So it's just another thing in addition to all of the fees that I was paying for immigration. That's just like a big old bill, and it's just it's expensive. Also, I don't exactly live lavishly. I rent a bedroom in a house. Vancouver has one of the most expensive markets in terms of housing in the world, so it's a lot cheaper for me to rent a room in a house, and I can save more money that way. So although people from the massive battles assume that I'm making a crap ton of money, I'm pretty much saving all of it. it's for my future, basically. I do also intend to cover other various strategy games and other games such as Mount and Blade, Bannerlord, as they're released. Games like the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, I'm going to be covering. I've actually met the developer of that game a couple of times, and you'll see a video of that hopefully Wednesday. I think we're planning on it to go out. Managed to get hands-on with that on the weekend. He very kindly invited me to his home, and we spent the day having a few beers and hanging out and playing some Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, which was, great fun. Luckily, he lives in the city of Vancouver, so, we can kind of hang out every now and then. And he's a very lovely chap, so I really hope that game does really well for him. Other grand strategy games like Hearts of Iron, etc., of course, I'm going to continue covering that in the future. But I wanted to kind of go into my analytics a little bit, so you can kind of see the effects that massive battles have had. I'm not going to go into detail, like complete transparency over revenue. I think I'm not actually allowed to because I'm under a YouTube network, and I don't think they look kindly upon revealing revenue. So, but you can see from the viewership. So here's kind of me starting out in 2013. That was September 2013. That was Total War Rome 2. Then we're going up to, where was Attila? I think Attila was in February 2015. There we go. Hit 300,000 views for the month. Then this was the time where I was moving to Canada, and it kind of actually started growing again. This was also around the time that Warhammer came out, so March. That was May, I think, hit 500,000 for the first time. And then since then, it hovered around 500,000 until September, when I had that massive 20,000 Egypt versus Rome battle. Did not expect that video to get 1.7 million views. It's just absolutely crazy. Never thought I'd actually get a video hit 1 million views, but it did. In 2016, it hit over 1 million. So you can see that shot up to over 1 million views in September. And then, since then, the channel went on a bit of a downfall. And in February, hit a low of, to 500,000. But since then, March has been an incredible month. It's shot back up to almost 1 million views. By the time March is over, it will have surpassed 1 million. And March this year might be my best ever month in terms of viewership. So that was driven by the Roma vs Zombie Survival on Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, and the Survival Siege of the Wall, which is the Warhammer custom map mod. So hopefully that gives you an idea as to how massive battles, all that kind of stuff, have affected my channel. While it does help a lot in terms of viewership, I still maintain that while a lot of you do still enjoy the massive battles, which is absolutely great. It has almost formed kind of the core of the channel almost. But I don't want that to be the be-all and end-all of the channel. Hopefully we can kind of get a great... We do already have a great community, but I think where hopefully the focus might go slightly away from those big massive battles, or at least I'll phrase them in a different way. Just try and work on getting the lag out, because even I don't enjoy lag. I can assure you that. Hopefully we can get a fantastic community that the vast majority of the time in the comments, everyone is all very respectful, and quite frankly, that is amazing. It's very rare you see that kind of on very large YouTube channels. Mine's not a very large YouTube channel. Mine's kind of like middle. I'd say it's middle. I'd probably go with middle. And especially on Twitch, we have a great community on there. I can't tell you how thankful I am to have a core group of fantastic supporters that it's truly humbling that we've kind of made this all together. So it's awesome, really. So moving on to Twitch. My aim for Twitch is to eventually become a Twitch partner. I love streaming on Twitch, but I think at the minute my focus is just, again, trying to become consistent in streaming and streaming stuff that we can all play together. So we can do like maybe Mount and Blade kind of community events, or more kind of interactive campaigns. And Hearts of Iron 4 definitely seems to be a favourite for a lot of you that watch me on Twitch. Sometimes the timing is difficult because I can only stream in the evenings in Vancouver time, which by that point everyone in Europe is usually asleep, except for a subscriber such as Joker. I don't know how he stays up till like 4 AM watching me, but I very much appreciate it. And the only time that I can really stream is on the weekends in that kind of time zone, and a lot of the times I'll be playing with my friends in England, because that's the only time I can really talk to them. But the aim is to hopefully really get a kind of a great kind of audience on Twitch. Not that I don't already, you are all fantastic, but hopefully kind of grow it to the point where Twitch would accept me as a Twitch partner, because that would also be a big boost for me as well. So another thing that I've considered is actually doing stuff like Patreon or like Game Wisp. For the moment, I'm going to stay away from that. I might focus on getting maybe merchandise at some point, so like a Rambler t-shirt, something like that, because I do like my avatar. I still love it. It's designed years ago, and I can't. It's just love it. So that is on my radar to do some merchandise. Also, when I move to Halifax, I think that'll probably be in August or September that I'd move to go back into education. YouTube will then become my sole source of income for a while. So that is when I would probably do a vlog updating everyone on the situation. That is when I think money will probably be quite tight. However, for the price of a bedroom in Vancouver, you can rent an entire apartment in Nova Scotia. So that is, that is a big thing for me, because I would like to live by myself if I could. And I think that's pretty much all I have to say at the minute. I wanted to kind of give you a life update as to what's been happening, and an update on the channel in general and the massive battles, because I know in the grand scheme of things they can get ridiculed, and I imagine some people in the Total War community really aren't fans of them, and that's fair enough. Totally respect that. But it's enabled me to give me a chance to stay in Canada, pretty much. And for me, that is the most important thing. I'm a lot happier here. My mental health is better here. And it's just, I can't really describe the feeling of, I never really felt like I could settle down in England. In Canada, I'm content. So I'm going to do whatever I can in order to make that happen. Legally, of course. I'm not going to try and stay here illegally, by the way. I will follow all the rules and regulations. just to throw that out there. I'm not going to try and stay here illegally. So honestly, plan C, I had plan A, B, and C, and C is the one that is happening. That is the one that I'm going back into education. So hopefully it's all going to work out. But I just wanted to kind of update you on what's been going on. I know I'm at the 20-minute mark now probably, so I've dragged this on far too long. So thank you all for your support over the years, whether you're a new subscriber or a subscriber back from 2013. If any YouTubers are watching this, and if we've ever worked together, thank you. Hopefully we can work together again in the future. And I guess I'll try and do another update soon when I know what's happening for sure in my life. Nothing is guaranteed at the minute. I haven't been accepted into the college, so I just need to wait and find out at the moment. But I'm pretty much doing what I can in order to ensure my happiness. And I think at the end of the day, that's got to be the most important thing for me. And that's that really. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this has been an informative 20 minutes. If you have any questions about anything that I've spoken about, I will try and answer your comments. And I will be back with some gaming content soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll try and do a non-awkward... Oh wait, no, that's not my outro, is it? And until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day!